listening to Viral Podcasting, the place to go to learn how to generate a six-figure income or more from your podcast. To get the latest tips and information, go to viralpodcasting.com.
Welcome. You are listening to another episode of Viral Podcasting, and I'm Kerry Lutz. Hey, this is the place to go, the podcast to go to when you're either starting a podcast, looking to build a massive audience, or looking to take your podcast to the next level. And we've talked about upgrading equipment before. I'm a big upgrader. A lot of times it's just not necessary, but I like to do it anyway. Something about getting a new microphone or new equipment. Ever since I've been in business, I've loved to do it. What's great now is when I take my old equipment, I put it up on eBay and I sell it for roughly 2/3 to 3/4 of what I paid for it. So recently, I bought a KSM 313 Shure microphone. And the KSM is very cool. It totally wasn't necessary because, look, it replaced my RE20. And my RE20, that's the Electro Voice, that is the standard radio station microphone. Before that, I had a Heil PR40. And there was nothing wrong with either of those microphones. The Heil, I felt, colored my voice a little bit more. The RE20 was just a great all-around versatile microphone, and it wasn't that much more than the PR40. I bought them both on eBay, I think in newer, almost new condition. So I like this Shure KSM 313. It's what you call a ribbon microphone. So some of them use diaphragms, some of them, they use different ways to capture your voice. So your voice, you speak into it, it's electrified, and it picks up your voice. I don't know the exact technology behind it. I do understand that it works, though. I understand how it works, that there is a mechanism to translate your voice into an electronic signal, and then put that signal through your mixer or into your computer and record it. All right. I kind of get the basics of it. I'm not a physicist. This really requires you to be a physicist to understand exactly how it works. So this ribbon microphone, they used to use them, I think, in the 30s and 40s. The ribbon was constructed from aluminum. And the problem was that aluminum over time would lose its memory, and it would take on a new shape, and therefore it would distort your voice. Some of these old ribbon and tube microphones are amazing in terms of the fidelity, the quality, the realism of capturing your voice. So the Shure is kind of a throwback to that, and it's a real cool looking mic. I'll put an image and a link up in the show notes. It's black, and it's got a red screen. It's bidirectional, so basically, you can't talk to it from any direction. You can talk to it from the front, or you turn it around, talk to it from the back. They use it for drums. They use it for vocals. They use it for a bunch of other applications, instruments, and you got to be either in the front of it or the back, or it will not capture your voice very well. And I'm talking in it right now, and it just seems to me it's given my voice a warmer quality, a more soothing, smoother quality, if you will. It doesn't pick up the breaths like other microphones do, although I'm filtering them out using my Behringer XR18 mixer, which has the ability to do all these effects live. You don't have to do the effects afterwards. It's really cool looking mic and really great sound. I think it's the best sounding mic that I have ever used. There probably are better ones. You know, you could get a Newman. You can spend thousands of dollars on a microphone. This one lists for about $1,300. I bought it for $600, quote unquote, used on eBay. It didn't come with the original case, but everything else, it was perfect. There wasn't a mark or a spot on it, and real easy to connect, real easy to actually start using, like any microphone. So getting back to it, it's doing the ribbon thing, but it's using a rare earth metal of Roswellite. That's kind of like unobtainium, if you ever saw the movie Avatar. And this material is much stronger than the standard foil aluminum ribbon used by conventional ribbon mics. And what it does is it's so cool. It has better memory. So, when you like bend a piece of metal and it snaps back, well, some pieces do, that's memory. And this thing, so every time you're speaking into it, the ribbon actually bends. And when it bends, that's what creates the electronic signal for your mixer to capture. And in this case, because this rare earth metal is so much better in terms of muscle memory, metal memory, if you will. So it goes back to its original shape, and it will last forever, the ribbon in this. I don't know that the microphone will. I have no idea, but it is a very cool mic. Shure, you can't go wrong with Shure mics. My backup mic is an SM58 Beta, and that mic puts out a really superior signal. Maybe it kind of goes back to, the mic, it's ubiquitous. You see it all over the place. It's just really a great all-around mic. And I've been using that one for years already. Never had an issue with it. I use it when I travel. I love the mic. The Beta is the digital version of the SM58. And you see these things. It looks like a golf ball, screen golf ball on top of it. Really, really a good mic. So I've always had good luck with Shures. The other thing I bought, it's nothing to do with sound quality. It's got to do with workflow, the ability to manage your workflow on top of your computer. And I got a 43-inch curved monitor. And again, I bought it used, but there wasn't a spot on it. It was like perfect. It was a return to some store. And this thing, it takes up a lot of room on your desktop. I will tell you that for sure. This one I bought was the Samsung LC43J890DK NXZA CHG90 Series 43-inch curved monitor. And one thing, like I tried buying an HP, a reconditioned one on eBay, and it was actually more expensive than this. This thing goes for about $1,000 or $1,200 new. I paid $599 for it. And so the actual monitor itself, it's curved, slight diameter. It's like 43 inches wide and about 10 inches high. And what it enables you to do is have multiple windows open on your computer and having access or seeing the full window if you size it properly. So right now I'm looking at Adobe Audition. I have my calendar open and I have my email open. That's kind of behind something, but it's easy because it's so wide. It's easy to find these windows. And then I have, Apple Safari open. So I've got like 4 things with very easily accessible. And what I was having a problem because I was using a regular 43-inch monitor. So it's narrower, but it's a lot higher. When you're on your desktop, when you're looking up and then down, it's just very difficult to keep your workflow in perspective, and a lot of windows get covered up, and I have like 30 windows open and they're all behind each other and I can't find them, and I have to use that one key on the Apple keyboard that kind of throws everything out there, the home key, F4 key. That one will put them all out there. But this one, it's just much, much easier to use. I really like it. It's really made me more productive. I know you could use 2 monitors, but 2 monitors really are a pain. I use 2 monitors. You could use 3 monitors on anything, make one a USB. Most computers will handle 2 monitors. If you're using a notebook, then you'll have to add an interface to it. It's no big deal to do, and most of them will support it. But this one is pretty amazing. I can't even begin to tell you. It's just made me so much more productive. Maybe some of the productivity is in my mind. It just seems like it's an easier way to really handle your workflow on your desktop. And I'm a big desktop person. Some people have gotten rid of them and they believe in notebooks. I've got a notebook, but I only use that when I travel. It just works really, really well. And I can't recommend it enough. The doesn't put out much heat. The nice thing is, because it's so low, you can put your webcam right on top of it and point it right at yourself. It doesn't have to be centered. It's just an amazing monitor. I'm so happy that I got it. Another thing that's good, the speakers are built in. You don't need external speakers. They're halfway decent quality for doing sound editing and for doing monitoring. In addition, like the way Samsung designs it, they've got these screws that can be hand tightened because they have a little tab that comes off the top of them, and you turn them, you lock it. It's pretty amazing how well it works. I was really surprised how easy it was to set up, because this thing is pretty heavy. It comes in a huge box that you need like a hand truck to carry the box. It's like 4 feet high, the box, not particularly that deep. And you get the thing out, all of the parts, like everything, it doesn't rely on pushing it in and clicking it. You actually use a screw to connect the base to the monitor, and you can easily move it up and down. It's just a really well-designed monitor that you'd expect from Samsung, because they are the kings of monitor design. They really are. They, in my opinion, make some of the best monitors on the planet. So can't say enough about it. Those are my upgrades for lately, but I'm always looking to upgrade. Although now I feel like I've got as close to the perfect rig, the perfect setup that I could have. And hey, I'm doing some mentoring now. I want to give something back. Podcasting has been really good to me. So if you want to get mentored, you want me to help you develop your podcast, hey, I'm looking for a few really good people who have a vision, who just need some help to get it done. And we can do this together, build your brand, and make you a star. So again, email address, kl@kerrylutz.com. I'll take a look at what you're doing now, and I'll make some suggestions, and you're free to accept the advice or not. Either way, it's up to you. Hey, this has been another edition of Viral Podcasting. And just to find out more about the site, what we do, viralpodcasting.com. Thanks so much for listening.
This has been another episode of Viral Podcasting. Be sure to visit us at viralpodcasting.com.